now that both the drawers are in, you can kind of see how it's going to come out. I'm just going to cut out 2 pieces of wood that will sit in the center there to be like the middle bit for the bed, and then we'll get on to building the drawer system. So I've measured and cut the 2 center pieces to whatever length I needed them. You just had 1 piece of plywood, it would just be 1 plywood long. Obviously, because of the unevenness of the surface of my car, it's not exactly perfect, but I'm not overly fussed about that. Once the mattress is on, it's my body weight will weigh it down to wherever I'm comfortable at. As I was saying, it's just they just rest on top of these. So I'm just going to run these along all the way the outside of this, and it will just hold that middle section in place perfectly, and I can remove it if I need to remove it and remove the drawers, so it won't be like if I ever want to sell the car or something, it won't be in there permanently. Next, I'm going to install the drawer slides. If you don't have drawer slides, I would just run a piece of wood at whatever height that you want your drawers to be above, so it can clear the back of your car, and then you run it along. It can probably be whatever thickness you desire, just something that your drawers can sit on, and then you can slide them in and out. And usually what they do on boats is they run a piece of felt across the top so it slides in and out easier, which is probably the ideal way to do it if you don't want to use drawer slides. But I'm going to use them, so I'm just going to figure out how high I need this to be for it to clear the back of my car, and then I will drill them in and see if it all works and get on to building my drawers. So to get the desired height, I'd need to measure the back of my car where my lip is, which is, you want to give it about 10 mil give, so mine's about 40 mil, so I need to measure 40 mil up from the bottom of my plywood, and then that's where I will attach my slides to, so they can go in and out freely and won't catch on anything. So as you can see, I just tack them on to see if they'll clear the back of my car, and with a drawer just there, it gives them plenty of space, so we're all good. So I'm going to make my drawers 1,000 length, and the width, so the width will be just whatever your width is from this side of the roller to this side. Mine's 440, so I'm going to make it 1,000 by 440, 440 by 1,000, and that would be my bottom bit. So luckily this is already 1,000 long ways, so I don't have to cut it twice. I just need to measure 440 across, bottom, and I'm going to chalk line that and cut it, and I'll see if that fits in the back of my car, and if it works perfectly in the right spot, then I will start on the walls of the drawer. Now that I know that the 440 slides in perfectly fine, I'm going to get how high I want my drawers to go. Remember, you can go to the very top, but wood has a habit of changing its shape, so you always want to give it a little bit of gap. So mine's about 235, so I'm going to go 230 top wise. It was clunky and horrible. It does, doesn't it? So I've just tacked it into place just to make sure it fits. I've screwed it. You can nail it, glue it, whatever you want to do. Obviously it slides in and out. It'll slide a bit better when it's actually attached to the drawers. When it's at its proper height, it gives a little bit of miss to the top. And yeah, so now I just got to put this together permanently and attach it to the slides and we'll be good. This is the drawer so far. Measured the bottom, measured the sides. Now I'm just doing the back and the front. I just got the width, which is about 413. It slots in nicely. Now I'm gonna get the height that I need, and then I'm gonna do it for the front. So the height is you're right. Yeah, 230. Also, the mistake I made is I measured the bottom bit and then, well, this was like the first build I ever did. I measured this bottom bit and then I stuck these to the outside of it. So I stuck it along here instead of on the inside. Obviously that wouldn't work because then it won't fit inside your drawer system anymore. So just double check that and make sure it's on the inside. It's just better to double, triple check everything because you only have a certain amount of plywood and it's expensive. Alright, so I finished the drawer, fits in there. I'm just going to attach it to its hinges, its slides, and then I will put it in the car and test it out. This might end up being a bit of a janky way to do things, but it will work for me. So line up the ends of your drawers fully extended out with the edge of your plywood. So there we go. She works good. Now we just got to do the other one and should be all good. $40mm. In. Front. $40mm. In. So, going from that bottom up. Alright, so both these drawers are done. They're on their sliders. They go up, they're about 1,000 back and whatever to the side. I need to trim off the wood screws, but I'll just do that with a angle grinder. And yeah, so you have pretty much, so that's pretty much the setup. You got the two drawers which come out, store a lot of shit in those, and then you have the top bit where the mattress will lay, and then I'm gonna build the front of it and we'll I'll show you how that's done. So this is the front bit, pretty simple. All I've done is cut out enough of a latch in here, so this piece of 17mm ply will just sit in slots, and then all I'm going to do is get some 45s, put a hinge on it so they fold up, so I can just fold them back up and just slide it into the back of my car when I'm not using it, and when you want to go camping you just slide it out. I mean, look at all that space. Beautiful. Alright, so what I've done here is I've attached a piece of 45 to the plywood, and what happens, obviously those legs will go up and the whole, this can just slide in the back of your car and your seats can go up, and it just packs away neatly. That's the whole thing sitting in the back of the car. The seats are up so you can still use it. You got your drawers, they all work. You got some middle storage for like longer things. You could even slide some stuff underneath here. And if you want to set it up, you could even take this piece out if you're not really using it for camping and you just want to keep the drawers. Or you can just always keep it in there because it's not that. So, just pull the seats down. Like this. Grab this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, pull it forward.
You okay, Balloon?
Alright, so this is the final thing. It's very sturdy. I could not imagine that going anywhere anytime soon. The legs are solid, you know, once there's a human and a mattress on top of that. And if you're concerned about it sliding forward, you just get your seats, push your seats back. Any sort of movement is mitigated by the seats pressure on the back of it. So to pretty much recap, you just need some 17 to 20 mil thick plywood and a lot of mistakes, because I had to redo a lot of this stuff off camera. Today my whole plan was to do something with do this completely different, but after I thought about it, I was like, why am I making this harder for myself? The only thing I do different is with the support legs. With the support legs, I would see if I could find something that I can just screw in and out instead of having these latches here, because the only issue is when you try and fold the legs down, they get you kind of have to like push them past the seat a bit, so like it's a bit hard. But apart from that, it's good. It's good enough for me. There's plenty of storage underneath here. Storage there. You can have some stuff that'll just slot in here at your back, which is like your goods and stuff you want to hide. Because when the seats are up, this is completely covered and like they can go through your drawers and everything, but they won't notice what's at the back here unless they pull your seats down, which realistically I don't think they will. Yes, my man, I see you. So there you go, the whole build. Obviously it's not perfect and there's a lot of things that if I was a professional carpenter I'd probably be better at doing, but I'm not. So I just did what I thought and going off my head, and I reckon it turned out pretty cool. Probably gonna take it out and camp in it and see how that goes, and I'll let you guys, I might put up some videos of that. Anyway, hope this was helpful. This is realistically, if you have all the tools, this will only take a weekend.